Talk my ish. Alright. Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Oh, I should have got some gas yesterday. I think I can make it. Yeah, I can make it over the thing. I'll get some on the other side. Chill. No one's ever asked this question before. What if Mike Vick and Terrell Owens played on the same team? What if they played on the same team? Huh? What's up, Jamie? What if they were on the same team? Like, they did a commercial together. Everybody forgot they did a commercial together where they were promoting their shoes for Nike. You would have had two of the most polarizing figures on the same team. Like, how would that have turned out? Do I think that would have turned out better? Michael Vick never had a true number one receiver his whole career. Never did. Never had a true number one. Terrell Owens has never played with a quarterback who basically, he hasn't played with a quarterback who wasn't real sensitive. Every quarterback that Terrell Owens had basically loved him at first and then hated him later. So, how do I think this would be? That's true. Terrell Owens, him and Michael Vick would have had some great success together. I think Michael Vick would have been the quarterback that Terrell Owens needed. Because Michael Vick had no ego. Michael Vick could get you the ball when he can. The guy was electric. McNabb got mad because T.O. took his spotlight. Yeah, he did. McNabb got upset. McNabb got upset because he took his spotlight. But it wasn't just that. T.O. got mad when McNabb and them said that they could go far in the playoffs without T.O. T.O. took that to heart. Now, you guys, a lot of y'all don't like McNabb, but Terrell Owens was very sensitive as well. They both were sensitive players. But I felt McNabb more was in his feelings a lot more than T.O. was. Like, McNabb should have sat down with T.O. They squashed it, got their differences out the way. But that ain't how McNabb is. McNabb was always mad. Like, he was always upset because he never got the love. And he never got the love from Philly. From day one, they booed McNabb. They hate McNabb. Like, McNabb walked into a situation where he was hated. Terrell Owens came, everybody loved Terrell Owens. So that rubbed McNabb the wrong way. He was pissed off. Right, they wanted Williams. They wanted Williams over McNabb. Run it wouldn't, because T.O. always wanted the ball all the time and gonna cause friction with Vick because Vick is a mobile QB. That is true. But I think it could have worked that young, because Michael Vick wasn't very egotistical. He wasn't sensitive. Michael Vick wasn't sensitive at all. Michael Vick just went out there and played his game. Vick wouldn't even care. Man, T.O. would have been like, yo, give me the ball. Vick would have been throwing the ball to T.O. all the time. T.O. would have had damn near 100 pitches each season with Vick, because Vick gonna give him the ball. Vick like, oh, you want the ball? Here. I throw it to you here. I throw it to you there. The problem probably would have been the coaching staff, because Terrell Owens never really had a problem with teammates. His problem came from the coaching staff majority of the time. Terrell Owens and the coaching staff really used to go at it. But him and Michael Vick, I think, would have been better than him and McNabb. Vick had an arm. Vick could have been throwing it deep. Vick could throw the ball. It's just that people said, man, all he do is run. Well, yeah, he run because he didn't have an offensive line. But Michael Vick has thrown over 200 yards more than 2 times in his career. Yeah, Vick had a cannon, but see, people used to live in that mode. What up, Scrub? I like both players, but they both were emotional. But T.O. one of my favorite players. Oh, that's what's up, Pac. Narrow Beach. Yeah, that's what's up. I agree. They both were emotional, but I think Donovan McNabb should have sat down and actually squashed it. Like, you didn't have to like T.O., but you needed T.O. to win. And T.O. needed him to win as well. But if T.O. would have got with Michael Vick, how would that have been if it was in Atlanta? If it was in Atlanta, do you know how crazy that dome would have been? That dome would have been rocking every damn day. It would have been parties galore. T.O. would have been happy because he was getting the ball all the time. That's what I said. But T.O. problem was in the clutch. His problem was in the clutch. Terrell Owens would drop the ball a lot, especially in big games. But I believe him and Vick would have made it work. Vick would have been able to do his Michael Vick thing with the running game. You know, Michael Vick could play under the center. That's what people fail to realize. Michael Vick could play under the center. Something a lot of these new quarterbacks can't do. But it would have been a hell of a ride to watch these two guys together in Atlanta. The Michael Vick experience in Atlanta was never the same when Michael Vick left. Matt Ryan, he did what he did, but Falcon fans really never liked Matt Ryan. They never liked him. They already knew. already knew he was the white that they was gonna pick to get the job done because Vick was gone. But they didn't really care for Matt Ryan like that. You know, Matt Ryan's the type of guy that should be playing where he's at now, Indianapolis Colts, like playing somewhere else. So, you know. So, they're not even showing me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he did. But see, Terrell Owens took a lot of stuff to heart. You know, Terrell Owens always was like that. Yeah, I watched Vick on Virginia Tech. Like I said, it would have been a great experience to watch both these guys play at a high level. So if we got to see that happen, man, it would have been crazy. It would have been real crazy because you would have had to watch out for Vick running the ball and you had to watch out for Terrell Owens catching it and turning it into a 15, 20-yard game. Yeah, Marcus was good, but he was stupid as hell. He wouldn't have made it to the league. Marcus had a badass attitude. He was like Sean King's brother, Cedric. Like it's the same story. Like Sean King made it to the league. They did Sean King so dirty. They blackballed him out the league. And Cedric always thought, oh, I'm Sean King's brother, and he never really took it serious. Marcus Vick was the same way. And this is the thing. This is the thing. Cedric King and Marcus Vick, they would have been better than their brothers if they had a better head on their shoulders. They were dumb. Cedric was dumb as rocks. He couldn't pass really anything in school, and then Marcus was just bad as hell. Yeah, it'd have been electric. What up, P? P, man, you need to tell Kraken to get in the league so we can have 6 people, dog. I added another guy the other day, Scrub. You got to tell Kraken to turn his phone on and get a part of the league. He still ain't getting in the league. But yeah, they would have made it to a chip. Yeah, they'd have made it to a few chips. What's good, Chappelle? Yeah, Sean King was raw. None chilling. Heading to this work. He said, you know your brother. I know, dog. I got to hit him up. I'm like, dog, what are you doing, dog? Get in the league. He the only one not in there. Me, you, D in there. Only him. Only him. Tell him. But this experience would have been crazy because Michael Vick would have actually had the receiver. And like I said, Vick's not sensitive. I think Vick wouldn't even care that T.O. took the spotlight. Vick wouldn't even care. Vick wouldn't even give a damn. Vick wanted to win games. People get a bad misconception. They just thought, oh, Vick just want to run and do it. Man, Vick had to run. He didn't have no line. You know, all he had was Dunn, who would get hurt. And he had TJ Duckett, who barely could control the ball. His wide receiver was Michael Jenkins or whatever. Yeah, Michael Jenkins. You know, and then he had Algie Crumpler. Crumpler was his best guy to throw the ball to. Him and Crumpler used to dominate. People used to get mad at Vick, like all he could do is throw to the tight end. Then what happened with Tom Brady? When Tom Brady got rid of, when Moss left, they got Gronkowski and Hernandez. He started throwing to the tight ends. It's okay. Nobody got a problem with that. But if you would have gave him somebody outside the numbers, man, it would have been crazy. It would have been real crazy to see how what goes down. But I think it would have been on point. You know, you had two guys who were sensitive, and like Terrell Owens said, like, look, man, he didn't have a problem. They could have talked it out. Like he said, like he really want to box him. You know, T.O. said that he wants to box him. But McNabb ain't finna box, dog. McNabb wasn't built like that. McNabb's not a fighter like that. He's not. McNabb is I'm a laid back, I'm chill, get my money, do what I do. T.O. said, oh no, I'm not talking about the Philadelphia Vick. I'm talking about the Vick in Atlanta. This would be in Atlanta. Michael Vick and T.O. in Atlanta would have been crazy. I never really liked Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was overrated to me. Everybody always talked about Deshaun Jackson, and I'm like, I mean, he's okay, but dog, he can't run routes. He was just all speed and athleticism. And then Shady McCoy, man, Shady ass was carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. You hit him one good time, he fumbling the ball. You know, Shady was, you know, he was okay. But I was talking about Vick in Atlanta. You'd had Vick, Dunn, Duckett, T.O., Crumpler, Jenkins, and whoever else you could throw out there. That team would have been crazy. People would have literally had to say, yo, man, how we gonna game plan this? Right, there's a reason they call McCoy Shady. Yeah, his bitch ass. I don't like his soft ass anyway. He gon' talk about Eric Bieniemy ain't hired because of his attitude. But all these things, none of these guys talk about the white coach. They always let her throw the brother under the bus. They throw Bieniemy under the bus. But he ain't gonna say nothing about Andy Reid because Andy Reid got him his job. So that's what I'm saying. But that would have been crazy. If you'd have had Michael Vick with Terrell Owens, that would have been crazy. That would have been Super Bowls galore. But nah, this would have been the Atlanta. So that's how I look at it. But shoot, I agree. I agree. This would have been the championship, a Super Bowl. They'd have won one. It would have been hard to beat these guys. Oh man, must-see TV, absolutely, scrub. Man, I'd have paid so much money to go see that. Atlanta would have been booming, dog. It's crazy. Because Atlanta is a Braves town. If that would have happened, you would have had T.O. with Vick. Man, that would have been crazy. T.O. career wouldn't have been the same, no. I think T.O. would have had a better career if he would have stayed with Vick. If he would have gone with Vick, T.O.'s career would have been fine. Because Vick didn't have an ego. Vick didn't have an ego or nothing. And plus, Vick would have got him, man, it would have been over with. Terrell Owens would have been seen in a different light playing with Vick. Now, they would have did everything to tear him down because you had two of the most polarizing figures in football. You know, so that's what that was. Organically Powered Life, man. I ain't seen you in 100 damn years. How you doing? One of my first subscribers on the page. That's my guy. They would have put 40, 50 points on the board regularly and quite possibly still failed to make the playoffs. Philly D needs to step it up. Back to work now. Hit that like button. And the don't. If you ain't already subscribed, make it happen. This channel has excellent, diverse content. Thanks, Organically Powered Life. I'll be right back, y'all. My bad, y'all. Had to get some gas. What's up, Anthony 2B17? I ain't seen you in 100 years. He hit the alarm, so at least we know nobody's gonna run away with the conversation. Pico's stupid. He hit the alarm, so nobody gonna take the phone. Deshaun Jackson was a key to explosive team dynamics for Philly. Now he's a Raider. I think he was a Raider. I don't know if he playing. I don't know if Deshaun's still a Raider. He was last year. I think he's gone now. I'm not sure. All right, then, Organically Powered Life. Thanks for coming by. Organically Powered Life started with me when I had like 4 or 5 subscribers or something. It was low. He was here from the beginning. But I think it would have been it would have been great for them to play together because, see, Michael Vick didn't have an ego. Michael Vick didn't mind if you took the spotlight. You know, Michael Vick, you know, he was like 1 game away from getting to the Super Bowl. He just needed that guy, and Atlanta never got him a receiver, and they do this to all black quarterbacks. All black quarterbacks can't get a receiver. Then they like to use, oh, well, Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, them token Negroes. They ain't black. they not black like we are. Those are token Negroes. Those are the shelter black guys. Those are like Kobe and everything, bro. You know, Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson are like Allen Iverson. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all be misreading stuff. But that would have been great to see that. That experience would have been off the chain. Off the chain. Alright. It would have been way off the chain. Get to this job. I only got one more day, and I'm scot-free to the week off. Week off. But yeah, that would have been a great experience, man. You know, T.O. probably would have been able to get a ring or been able to get close to one and did what he had to do. And guys, I'm talking about if Michael Vick and Terrell Owens played in Atlanta, not Philly. That was the only thumbnail I could find with both of them on it. That was the only thumbnail I could find with both of them on it. But I'm talking about in Atlanta. They would have been in Atlanta. How that would have fared. That would have been great. Tampa Bay still would have had a chance to beat them, though, because our defense was like too solid at that time. But they eventually could have got past us because our defense got old. And if you would have had Michael Vick with T.O., that would have been dangerous. Defensively, Atlanta, they were okay. They weren't bad. They weren't that bad. What up, Joe Cool? Oh, yeah, you know me, man. I'm finna come with the topics. It was either this topic or talk about that bullshit-ass show She-Hulk. So I said, nah, I'm going to talk about this topic because I actually want to go into work happy. Yeah, he was, P. He was in San Fran at the time, yeah. Yeah, he was there at the time. When he imploded the team. When he imploded the team by making that ridiculous comment about Jeff Garcia. and then he tried to play the victim. Like, I never really said that. You know, somebody on the team told me. It's like, but dog, you just outed this man as being a homosexual, dog. How do you think that's going to fly in the locker room? And the guys in the locker room, you know, they respected Garcia. And like people were having T.O.'s back. T.O. blew that whole situation up when he was talking about black players getting the end zone more than white players and just all type of stupidness. But it wasn't all the way his fault, though. T.O. didn't get along with the offensive coordinator. It was Greg Knapp. And then him and Mariucci used to go at it. Mariucci is a company guy. He would try everything to try to keep T.O. like he tried to suspend T.O. for being late one day, and T.O. had a legitimate excuse, and he already notified him and told him that. So, and then in Philly, instead of McNabb just sitting down and talking to him, they would have been fine. Yeah, Joe Cool. Yeah, the new show is trash, dog. Like, if it wasn't for the Abomination coming, making his appearance, or Wong, it would have been a terrible episode. The episode was better than the previous two, because you had Wong and Tim Roth playing Abomination come in, and it was good to see him turn into the Abomination again. So yeah. And then T.O. in Dallas, that wasn't his fault in Dallas. Dallas was screwed up because of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones and Parcells didn't like each other after Jerry Jones brought him in. Like, Parcells did not want Terrell Owens on the team. He did not want to coach Terrell Owens. He felt like he was a me player. He wasn't about team. He said, what's up with it? I don't know, man. Mac Mizzle, what up? Love and Success, what up? Love and Success said, man, T.O. would have complained Vick ran too much. I think it would have worked, because I think Michael Vick wasn't sensitive, or he wasn't egotistical. Michael Vick would have just shrugged that off his shoulders and kept playing. But hey, you may have been right. Like I said, T.O. wasn't my type of receiver. He's not even in my top 10. I didn't like T.O. Like I said, I thought he wanted the ball too damn much. I thought he didn't let the offense flow. It was always about him getting his touches. And I just felt like he wanted to try to be a team guy, but at the end of the day, he was all about T.O. You know what I'm saying? Who would be on the other side of T.O.? Probably Michael Jenkins. I got to look that old Atlanta team up, but I think it'll be Michael Jenkins. But I got to get to work, man. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, y'all can go to the description box, hit the link to my Cash App, and donate whatever your heart's desire. Next time we go live, or premiere video, you can super chat. And you guys can also leave a super thanks once the video's over. It's like a super chat, but it's a super thanks. It'll show up in the comment section of what you donated. So thank you guys, man, for listening. No, Roddy White came the year he got arrested, Love and Success. If T.O. would have came, it would have been before that. So thank you guys for listening. I'm out. Deezy.